Hi, welcome to my shelf reorganization video. This is what it looked like before I changed it. I just sort of had everything thrown on there, all my little knickknacks and my books, and I regrettably still have my Halloween decorations up, so I decided to fix it. The first thing I do is take everything off. I want a blank canvas for when I'm deciding where exactly I'm going to put my books in a way that makes the most sense and looks the prettiest. I decided to leave my old books on top simply because I know that that's where they're going to stay. And then I go ahead and clean it. I wanted it to be dust free because normally it's extremely dusty. So I am going to start putting my manga on the bottom shelf. I like my manga a whole lot, and I'm really proud of my tiny collection that I've started, so I wanted it to be up front and center where I could see it and anyone who comes into my room could see it. Next, I'm just deciding where the little trinkets I have go and if I still want them on my shelves or not. But to be honest, they'll all probably stay, just in little different areas, because I can't throw anything away. Now I'm just going through my biggest book collection, which is my Star Trek book collection, which is half of the books I've been given by my father, and then the other half is books I've picked up from the thrift store, and I'm organizing them by number, if they've been serialized, or based on the print, like who published it, and then deciding what to do with them. So while I did fit some of my Star Trek books up on my shelves, most of them did not fit because of my manga. Oh no. So here is my updated shelf. I have my Star Trek books along with my Loki candle and figurine. Then we've got my old-timey sort of collector's edition books with my dragon statuette, and my Elle with the Monster High doll and my glow-in-the-dark zombies. Then down here we have my Disney princess figurines that I'm pretty sure were cake toppers at one point with their derpy little faces. And then I have my Len Vocaloid figurine that I got for Christmas from my best friend, and I'm very proud of him. We have another candle, and then we have 3 books that I really love to read and I'm probably going to reread again. Move over a bit and you'll find my manga. It's sorted by genre and also by publisher. So we sort of start with Naruto and then move towards the more nice shoujo romances. And then of course up top you can see how it is sorted by publisher. And then of course we've got Carnival and Fruits Basket, my bigger omnibus versions of manga that I love. Then I've got my Hatsune Miku manga, which I'm super proud of. Just don't mind that sign. And then we've got my Ouran High School Host Club box set. We've got my favorite side of the box set with my favorite character on display. And then you can see I've still got my fairy lights put up, and that is it. There's a little bit space at the bottom for another shelf, and I know I have one somewhere in the garage, so I'm going to be looking for it soon. But that's what it looks like now. We move on to me going through my TBR. There is a lot of books to go through. I'm not going to do a voiceover for all of it, but essentially what I'm doing is going through the different books that I have and deciding what pile they should be in and what order they should be in so I can read them the most efficiently. So the ones that already have bookmarks in them are going to go in one stack because I definitely need to finish them since I've already started them. Then I'm going to have a stack for books that I really want to read next and books that I sort of want to read but they're still on my TBR. So I'm going to go through them slowly but surely. So the stack that I'm going through now is stuff that I recently bought and I'm absolutely in love with. I'm really happy with the purchases I made. It's mainly manga, but it's also some books, and so I'm probably going to show you pretty much all of the covers just because I think they're adorable and really well done. The stack that I'm going through now is actually really old. I haven't seen most of these books in quite a while because they've been in the back of my closet for so long, and so I'm having a hard time deciding whether I should read them first or read them later. Most of them were given to me by my dad, and I'm actually really excited to read them, but my TBR is 1,000 miles long. This book, I notice, is the second book in a series, just like the manga I'm holding is number 5, and so I'm definitely just going to sell these because I don't have the first ones, and I'm not really inclined to get them, so they might as well just go. I have no idea what this book is about, but the cover intrigues me so much. I want to know who this really pale, white-faced man is. I just need to know more. Is he a vampire? Because then I'm so down to read this book right now. This book I'm going to stare at for a long time because when I looked at the back, I felt like I had read it before, even though I'm positive I've never read this book. Otherwise, it wouldn't be in the certain stack it was in. It just seemed so familiar. Maybe I've read an Orson Scott Card book that's similar, but oh my goodness, while I couldn't remember any of the characters' names and the words seemed foreign when I opened it up, I just have this feeling that I've definitely read this book before. Next up is my hardcover Star Wars books. I also have quite a few of these that I'm excited to read, but oh, that's upside down. I'm excited to read them, but it is going to take me some time, and I don't like reading too much of one genre all at once, so I have to space them out quite a bit. Breaking up the Star Wars party with a book that is not about Star Wars at all. And I found a cute little cat, I guess stationery. It's like just a little bit of paper that I must have used as a bookmark a long time ago. But now we're back to the Star Trek. Hi, William Shatner. And you guessed it, Sherlock Holmes is next. I have the complete collection, and I really liked this book, and I like Sherlock, but I'm not sure I like this enough to keep it, so we'll see what happens when I'm done with it. Moving camera angles, we have my robot, Tonto. He's beautiful. And my hero action figures. But that's for another time. Now, I'm going to continue sorting my books. I found my second Game of Thrones book, but to be honest, while I do like these books and like the premise, they're just a little bit too long. They just take me too long to get through, so it's going to be lower on the TBR. Here is a really good book that I would really recommend. It's just taking me a while to get through because I'm really only good at finishing books that are lighthearted, and this certainly isn't. And I wanted to show you the cool cover and realized that I had a sticky note right on the front, which is very good filming and YouTuber quality to have, is to just do things the way I do. And then I wanted to show you my cool books for the second time since you've already seen them. the manga mountain from before, and these books right here are all going to sit on my bed until they're finished because they are the ones I want to read the most. Yes, I do just let stacks of books sleep next to me in my bed. I have no shame. There's the cats again. This book is really interesting in theory, but it's got a small sticker right on top of the title on the front and a huge sticker on the back. And it is a huge pet peeve of mine to have stickers on my books. And so I struggle for a long time to try and get it off, but it's stuck on there. This book is extremely old and it's gonna be stuck there forever, unfortunately. Also, the cover of this book says that this is his magnum opus. I'm slightly concerned and excited to see what that book is about. Then we have Kinfolk, which I've had for what seems like forever, but I've never actually read, and it seems really interesting. It's about this Chinese woman and her relationship with her culture and the people in her culture. And by adding these two books to that stack, I think all of my stacks are completed. I'm done organizing them at least. So here's what the stacks look like. They probably don't make any sense to anyone but me, but in my brain these all are perfect the way they are. No, they're not in order by size, and that probably offends you, but they make sense to me, and that's what matters. You don't live in my house, you don't have to see the books ever again. Well, but I do. I have to read them all. Pigeon Boy? Bear wearing an Elsa wig? I'm gonna read these books.